Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is your 2020 yearly review. I'm so excited to unveil this reading to you guys. Those of you who have been following my channel for a couple of years will know that every year around this time, couple months before the new year, I release this reading. And what this is a reading for the general energies of 2020. This is a free reading that anybody can watch. It is meant to kind of show the energies that we all have in common, an overall preview of what we can possibly expect in 2020. So let me break it down for you guys what I got here in this spread. So right here, we're going to start with the overall theme for 2020. Then we're going to look into what possible obstacles and challenges we could all face, and then next what opportunities we're all going to have in common. And then next over here, we're going to go month by month for 2020. You've got January, February, March, etc., all the way down to the next new year. And we're going to cover the general energies for each month, even the love energies for each month, and even more. So I'm really excited to go through this for you guys. This is definitely going to be a longer message. So grab a snack and relax and just sit back and enjoy this reading. I also want to announce that my 2020 personal yearly review is now available on my website. This is the most popular reading that I offer every single year. And personally, I always get a yearly review from the reader that I go to. Sometimes I even purchase from a couple different readers. It can be a really fun reading. So this is just to kind of show you guys an example of what that might be like. However, the personal one is a lot more in depth, and you get your personal mantra, what your power animal is for 2020. You also get, of course, your theme for 2020, and we cover energies in love, career, finances, and more. So I hope that you guys will enjoy that. I only have a couple in stock right now, just because I am kind of working on other orders, but this reading will constantly be restocked. So if you go on my site, it's out of stock, just know, check back in a couple days. I will be, this reading will be offered until around mid-January. So I'm very, very excited, you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. This is just very general. If you want a more accurate, to the point reading, I would purchase the personal one. And information for that is in the description and in the comments below. So, are you ready? Let's get started. So first we have, what is the overall theme for the collective for 2020? So excited to flip these cards over and see what's up here. Wow. So we are getting the Empress card, and I'm definitely feeling this energy, you guys. Time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. I don't know about you guys, but I have so many plans for 2020, things I've been thinking about for months that I keep telling myself, you know what, I'm going to just work on that after the new year. I'm going to just start on that after the new year. Have you been doing that too? I actually feel like a lot of these plans, a lot of these goals that we have, we actually will implement after the new year. 2020, even just the way that it looks, even just the energy of that. We've got the twos, the 2 in there is actually talking about manifestation. 22 is a power number that you can use to manifest. The 0 is a message of wholeness, a message of, kind of the cycle that is repeating, starting over, starting at the beginning, completion, full circle, and the cycles of life. I honestly feel like the past couple years from 2017 was rough. 2018 was kind of like the comeback. This year, 2019, I feel like it was kind of like a hermit period, going within, solitude, coming up with dreams. There were opportunities, but the Mercury retrograde cycles this year seemed to hit really hard. I saw a lot of breakups this year, a lot of breakups. I saw a lot of breakdowns this year, with all the clients and all the people I've been talking to, and just noticing the energies in the collective. I saw a lot of people having awakenings and kind of, realizing what it is they wanted. So I feel like 2020 is the year everyone's going to get started, everyone's going to implement. So it's this culmination of like the past 3 years. I feel like it's been this 3-year cycle. It's like this trilogy, and 2020 is the year that everything changes. So I love that we're getting the Empress. It's all about taking action, following your creative impulses. I think a lot more people this year are going to be starting creative businesses. I think that they're going to be waking up to the fact that, your career, your job, like what you're spending your most time on, like that really makes up a huge portion of your life. So if you're devoting your time to something that just doesn't feel in alignment, I feel like this is the year that's going to become clear. Maybe even in 2019, this has become clear to many people. And I feel like this is the year that a lot of people will be going back to school, or will be educating themselves, or will be switching jobs, or will be starting that business, or saving the money to get the products, materials, supplies. Like it just feels like everyone's kind of had enough, and they're just like, I want to spend my time on what I like and what's important to me. So 2020 does seem like a hustle year, but it's also like this energy of like a quantum leap. I think people are going to be moving forward really fast. I think projects are going to just kind of take up like really fast. Things are going to get off the ground fast. I think a lot of people are going to be going on a more creative path this year, or just exploring themselves creatively. It might even be outside of career. There could be people who decide, you know what, it's been years since I painted. I loved painting as a child. Maybe I'll take some classes. Or I see a lot of people working with their hands, like making jewelry or embroidering or, painting or, sculpting. I see people working with their hands and really enjoying that. Maybe even gardening, like being in the earth. I just see people wanting to make changes, especially with their environment. I see a lot of people moving this year. I just see people relocating. I'm seeing like boxes being packed. I'm seeing people painting, nesting, decorating. I feel like a lot of people will move this year. So if you're one of those people who've been wanting to move, this could be the year that you actually make it happen. Also, I'm getting this image of just like coins and gold, and diamonds, and like it's so weird because last night I had a dream that like my left hand was covered in gold and diamonds, and it was just the weirdest thing, and I just kind of got a flashback of that vision, and I feel like it was kind of a message because I knew I was going to do this reading today. I feel like that's kind of a message, like this is the year of gold, this is the year of profit, this is the year of expansion, and I kind of feel like a lot of people will be increasing their finances. I feel like a lot of people will be, making certain investments or receiving some type of payment or promotion or something like that. I feel like finances are going to be boosted this year. I also kind of get this energy of like a recession. This might be like a world prediction, so take this with a grain of salt, but I really feel like a recession is going to hit in the US again. It's kind of already been happening, so I don't feel like this is news or anything, but I do kind of feel like some kind of recession is going to hit, and that will wipe out a lot of people who basically have built their foundation on sand, metaphorically. But it's going to be good overall because it's going to cause people to build a stronger foundation. Sometimes during difficult times, good ideas can emerge. And I feel like when you hit rock bottom, or you go to that point where money is tight or you're having trouble financially, you've really got nothing to lose. So a lot of times that's when big ideas come about. That's when it's easier sometimes to just kind of get real with yourself, with what you want. So I kind of do see some people struggling financially, and this could be because of the recession, but it ends up being a good thing that causes people to kind of connect more with their truth. This is going to be a real telling year of who basically has staying power. I do see a lot of people getting laid off. okay? But I think that's also why I see people getting new jobs. I see people moving, and it could be because of that whole recession thing. I think it's going to trickle around to most of the world. I think people who are in Asia are not going to have to worry about this. I see that economy getting a lot stronger. But once again, this recession is nothing to worry about. It's kind of almost like crops being burned to make way for new growth. It's just like leveling energy out. It's providing contrast for growth and expansion. But we see this gold and this energy and this profit and kind of like this harvest here. I just think a lot of people are going to, and look, here's this lock, I never noticed this, kind of unlock their truth this year. And here's this treasure chest. The treasures are kind of found within. Beautiful. And then look, here's the word for 2020. The theme can be boiled down to the word inspiration. So this will be a very inspiring year. There could be really inspiring events that transpire around you. This could be maybe a year of sudden flashes of insight, or maybe it's a year of moving forward towards your inspiration. I feel like 2019 was kind of like an incubation year. A lot of people working on vision boards, figuring out what they want, getting those details sorted out. And now 2020 is the year of taking those steps and taking risks. So I do feel like it's going to be this year of moving towards and taking action on the inspiration. Okay. I think another theme for 2020 is all about allowing yourself to receive. Okay. Excuse me. I also feel like the truth will be revealed this year. So if there's anything in your life that has kind of been unsorted or has been left to kind of be on this plateau and be kind of frozen, I feel like the truth will be revealed. Like it's a year of connecting with truth. I absolutely love that. So I also kind of see this in love. Of course, we're going to get into this more extensively, but I think that if you and another person in a situation, like romantically, I feel like the truth will be revealed in those situations. If the person that you're with romantically is not in alignment, that truth will clearly be revealed. Anyone who's been asking for a sign, like, is this my soulmate? Is this my twin flame? Is this the one? That truth will be revealed. I see a lot of engagements, proposals, marriages, unions this year. I see a lot of people connecting with twin flames, soulmates this year. That truth will be revealed. This is a year where it's like this person's like touching their heart. You can trust your heart. You can trust that truth will be revealed. If you're hung up on a person and they haven't taken any action to you in a long time and you feel like this person's your twin flame, that truth will be revealed, whether they are or not. There's going to be a big transformation around people who are connected to false twin flames or who are hung up on somebody and just aren't able to move forward because of it. I see new love coming to people who are in those situations to kind of shake you up and help you to recognize the truth. I think people who are in like loving unions or united with twin flame or who are married or in a good relationship, I kind of see things being shaken up because decisions are being made based off of truth. I see those relationships growing closer. It definitely feels like a year for love. I see a lot of people feeling very generous this year. Some of you guys will have this inclination to want to give, and this is reminding me of the rainforest. I think we already know currently there's a lot of the rainforest is being burned down and is being used for profit and is being exploited and is dying. And I think a lot of people are going to be helping combat that, whether it's just through prayer, meditation, or it's through donating money or time. I feel like a big movement is going to spawn this year, and I feel like real change will be made in that area. Some of you guys might be called to really help the earth at this time. So listen if that's you, and to play your part, to figure out what role you have to play in the situation and trust the importance of that. This is also shedding the mask. A lot of people will be shedding their personal mask this year of maybe hiding behind a persona that is more acceptable to your friends or your family or society. Maybe you're living a double life. Like, I know what this is like. Back in the day, to please like my family and community, I used to pretend to be somebody I was not, and then around my friends I was someone different. And I feel like the mask is going to fall and like your true self is going to come out of this. Once again, it's a year of connecting with truth. And so I feel like that mask is going to fall for a lot of you guys, and you'll be able to create boundaries and create kind of more of a bigger picture of who you are, and feel like you don't have to hide anymore. This is you letting the world know who you are. So I think a lot of people are going to step up and show themselves this year, whether it's like through creating a brand and offering a product or service, or it's through expressing yourself in some type of creative way, or taking some type of leap of faith. Let's say, for instance, you've always wanted to be on stage and sing, but you're like nervous to show that side of yourself. I just saw like this image of somebody getting on a stage and grabbing a microphone and just like singing their heart out. And other people are like, wow, like I never knew this person had that gift, like how amazing. So it's like not hiding anymore, not hiding. So this is like unmasking yourself and enjoying and indulging in life. Whew, oh my gosh, you guys. 2020 feels intense, but absolutely beautiful. So far, two themes that I see are the truth will be revealed, or connecting with your truth, and then not hiding. So it's kind of a tie between those two themes in general. 2020, we're not hiding anymore. 2020, the truth will be revealed. Or 2020, connecting with your truth. So maybe you can choose one of those themes that you think is your, like, connecting with you, or maybe just choose all of them. Also, for another group of you guys, I feel like this could be your theme. Get that money, 2020. And you know what? That's what we're actually going to do on my channel this year. Every year I pick a theme for the channel, and I kind of just every couple months or just every once in a while I throw a video. Last year it was Living the Dream 2019. You can view that folder. I have a lot of tips on just like how to move towards your dreams. But this year, Get That Money 2020. We're going to focus a lot on finances, increasing your finances, working on abundance, unblocking the root chakra, all that good stuff. Okay, so next let's move on to any challenges that we could face, like just overall the challenges many of us will face. I actually see challenges as like an opportunity, but what challenges could we face here in 2020? Ooh, so love challenges, okay? And I've seen that. Once again, the truth will be revealed. So this is a card about breakups. We see the funeral flower here, but it seems like letting go of something makes way for something new. I think I'll continue to see a lot of breakups this year. It is interesting doing this job for multiple years. You know, some years I'm seeing just so many people getting in new relationships. And other years it's like breakups. I'm doing breakup ratings every day. And this might be one of those years. But I wouldn't worry if you know you're in a strong relationship. This could also be talking about union. Once again, this is a year of union. I see a lot of people uniting. I see a lot of people. This is like a marriage ritual. So marriage or moving in together, or unions. Once again, the truth will be revealed. Now, this card talking about challenges is saying that there's a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running from the truth. A challenge that, look, the truth. It could be difficult for some of us to be faced with the truth, because sometimes that requires us to make really big changes, or to completely change our whole life, or to make a tough decision, or to have to work really hard towards something, or have to kind of like start over or start from the bottom. So I think when we're first faced with our truth or what needs to change, some of us might move away. And this is going to happen in the winter for a lot of us. It's going to happen the beginning of 2020, around January, February. A lot of us will get downloads. I think naturally around the new year, we start thinking about what we want to change and like what our New Year's resolutions are and all that good stuff. And at first it's going to be hard because we have to break habits. We have to break the mold. So a challenge will be a side of ourselves that, maybe is stuck in fear, just wants to run away naturally. Maybe feeling like it's going to be too hard or too difficult, but it's going to be easier to make these changes than we think. Also, not seeing things clearly. There could be a lot of distractions this year, illusions that need to be shattered. Okay. To be honest, this doesn't seem as bad as the challenges I saw in previous years. We're going to have to wait and see the rest of these cards, but it's not looking too bad so far. Opportunities. Oh my gosh, you guys, this card has been stalking me lately. Can we just talk real quick about how random and hilarious this card is? This is like this bear or ferret or something, and there's like a fairy that's like riding its back, and it's just so crazy. What is happening in this card? Anyways, the opportunities will be, because of these challenges, a lot of us are actually going to connect with our logic this year. This says seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. This is a masculine energy, intellectual, determined, focused. Of course, you guys know I'm all about the divine feminine and intuition, receptivity, and all that good stuff. But I actually feel like this year it's about balancing that side of ourselves with the masculine, like marrying those two sides metaphorically. It's one thing to have great ideas and to have amazing inspiration and to be able to meditate and to think positive and to imagine and dream what you want and have great intentions, but those intentions will never get off the ground if you don't get your hands on the dirt, if you don't take the first step, if you don't bring that energy back down to the earth, back down to the 3D, and you're not, you got to be practical. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, so being practical is extremely important. And so I feel like the opportunity is for us to learn more about being practical, for us to learn more about paying attention to details, for us to connect more with our logical side, realizing that logical side sometimes can be distorted if we get hung up too much on like, oh, that's never going to happen, or oh, that's not meant to be, or like kind of thinking like it's too hard, it's too difficult. Sometimes our logical side likes to pick things apart so much that it makes everything seem impossible. It's about allowing yourself to dream, but marrying that logic in to help you take the actual steps you need to take to move forward. Also, a lot of celebration. A lot is going to get accomplished this year. I mean, like I said, I saw marriages, I saw proposals, there could be birth of children, there could be a lot of parties, there could be a lot of events, there could be a lot of public recognition this year. There could be a lot of, celebration. So it's going to be a fun year. I think this year is going to be fun. I see a lot of people just like living their best life this year, maybe making a lot of friends. I talk to a lot of people who are saying they feel really lonely during this spiritual awakening journey. This could be a year that people connect with soul family and meet true friends and collaborate and come together. So that sounds really beautiful. Amazing, you guys. So if you're not going to continue on to month by month for 2020, I just want to say thank you for coming to this reading, and I'll see you later. But if you are going to continue, now we are going to go ahead and get into month by month for 2020 and uncover the unique energy for each month. So we're going to dive here into January of 2020, but first I just want to talk about the Chinese astrology real quick. So this is going to be the year, actually starting towards the end of January, February, the year of the metal rat. So this is actually the beginning of the zodiac signs in the Chinese astrology. So this is kind of a symbol of new beginnings, growth, expansion, starting over. Anything that has to do with finances, wealth, opulence, luxury, good luck, good fortune is also symbolized by the metal rat. So I actually see a lot of people, kind of starting with a new foundation this year. Also in numerology, we've got the number 4. If you add up 2020, the zeros don't really mean anything, but we've got a 2 and a 2, which is 4. This is highlighting anything that is practical, anything that's logical, organization, once again, developing a solid foundation, business, career, growth, wealth. So I think it's really interesting how those two things align. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and look into January, the energies of January for 2020. Wow. So this card right here is all about self-employment, cherishing alone time, hard work. Doesn't that just align perfectly? In January, a lot of people are going to set goals for self-employment or for career changes. I've been noticing lately a lot of my readings and pick a card readings have been hinting towards this lately as well. It's just been a lot of focus on career. So I see a lot of people, those who have been working on self-employment for some time, will start to see a boom in their business or might be able to quit their day job around this time or might receive some type of investment or financial growth. Some people will simply just get a download of like a great idea around this time, whether it's, selling some type of product, like, going on eBay to sell some things, or using Etsy, or starting a YouTube channel, for instance, or maybe telecommuting and working from home, or starting some type of organization or something. I think a lot of people are going to have downloads, and these ideas, these dreams, these inspirations, like we saw over here, are going to be coming in really strong in January. Also, I'm noticing all these healthy foods. It's quite common around January for a lot of people to decide to go on some type of health journey. I do see a lot of people switching to a more plant-based diet or deciding to hit the gym. And there's more alone time. There could be some people who are on holiday, like off of school or college, or who are taking vacation around this time. I guess it depends on where you're at in the world. Some places in the world, like America, you don't get very much vacation, but I think some people will be on that holiday vacation around this time and will be using it towards self-care. I actually see a lot of people redoing their look around January. I see people dyeing their hair or getting new clothing, or getting rid of things that no longer serve them, like kind of cleaning house. I see that because there's this energy of rebirth. How perfect is that for January? Rebirth, starting over. And so, it does kind of feel like that typical January New Year energy. But the difference this year is people with that logical kind of energy, that year of the rat, that 4 numerology, all of the energies are causing people to think about moving forward in a more practical way. Yes, there are ideas. Yes, there's inspiration, but I feel like people are like making lists or writing things down, or are more connected to how to start or what the first step is. I do readings like that all the time for like, what is my next step? And I've been there before at times in my life where it's hard to know, like, how do I move forward? I feel like in 2019, it's almost like there was this disconnect with how do I move forward? What do I do? A lot of people feeling kind of stuck or on a plateau, having good ideas, but just not feeling like it was the right time to start. That weight, that fog, that cloud is lifted, and everyone's like in this flow state. It's like everyone knows exactly what they need to do and they're ready to start. There's a huge energy. I think physically people are going to have a lot of energy this month, mentally, emotionally. Anyone who's been feeling kind of weighed down, tired, lethargic, that energy is lifted. There's this burst of energy, and it's like you can feel it when you go outside. People are rushing around. There's just this energy of change and newness in the air. Okay, so synthesis is kind of the theme for January. Also in love, we're seeing reconciliation. This could have something to do with the holidays. Sometimes around the holidays, people migrate and go back home, or people kind of have more time off of work, or there's this energy of wanting to tie up loose ends. So we're seeing the reconciliation card. Some people could be bumping into their ex around this time of year, or hearing from someone that they've been out of contact with. So for some of you guys, this could be reconnecting with like an old friend, but since this is a love card, some people could be like getting back together with someone or reconnecting with somebody romantically that they've been out of touch with for a while. It could be getting closure with somebody from the past. For some people, this could be like a past life lover, someone from the past, like you connecting with a soulmate, meeting somebody new. I do see a lot of people connecting maybe at a New Year party. I think some of you guys maybe around like literally the New Year's Day or the night before, like that party you go to. Some people might meet someone special there. And so, yes, there's an energy of reconciliation around January. But let's go ahead and move on, okay? So what are the energies for February of 2020? So we do see some challenges coming in February. February seems like a tougher month. Like everyone's high on that energy of the new year in January, and then it feels like this low right after. And it could be because people are crashing from the holidays. A lot of people have to go back to work after getting to spend all this time with family and friends or travel. It's also the energy of winter. I know for some people it's summer because you're on the other side of the planet, but it could be a metaphoric winter. There is this energy of protection around this month, so I wouldn't get too worried. But this card does make me a little nervous. It's this mourning card. So some people might experience some type of loss. There could be people passing to the other side this time of year. I don't want to worry anybody, but there could be people passing to the other side, in February. Or just some type of loss, It could be perhaps a job that you lose, or this could be the month that the economy really goes south, because we know we are expecting some type of recession, especially in the West. There could be news that comes forward that's kind of shaking things up, a little unexpected. I see kind of a grieving process, and this is part of the transformation process, things that need to be released. Sometimes after spending time with family for the holidays, a lot from the past comes up that needs to be processed. Not everybody has a perfect, happy family life, so maybe after being around family, it's like you're back on your own now, and then there's just like kind of things coming up, reminders, like needing to heal the inner child, and we see entanglements. I think when you're getting ready to make changes in your life, and you've got these great ideas and these great inspirations for the new year, immediately what's going to happen next is anything that no longer serves you, habits, addictions, people, places, situations, anything that doesn't serve you starts to become highlighted. So any entanglements in your life, anyone that's draining your energy, anything that's draining your energy is going to become evident, and it's time to kind of let go of that, okay? But we do see this serenity, this calm in the storm. Serenity this month in February comes from communicating clearly and accurately, like clearly stating your wants and your needs and your expectations, or, anchoring yourself in your intentions, your manifestations for the year. And there's these new ideas that need to be implemented. Maybe some of you guys are hitting roadblocks. You've taken the first step. There was that high of January, but now February comes and you're realizing that there's these certain details and blockages that are coming up in your path. But it's like this energy of just keep on keeping on, move forward. Sometimes life happens. Sometimes you've got these great plans and then something random happens, contrast happens, like, a breakup or, some type of loss, or something physical with the health or whatever. And so it's like finding balance between, the fact that you're having this human experience and there's going to be this contrast, and maybe you're not going to have as much energy all the time, and certain things happen that need to be processed, but also realizing like you can still move forward little by little, step by step, and finding your serenity, anchoring into your truth. Now in love, we do see this past life relationship card reversed. So for some people, this person that you reconciled with in January has left your life. Or it could be that there's an energy of somebody coming into your life. This energy just seems interesting. The past life reverse card. Maybe somebody you thought was someone, or something was going to happen with someone in love. It didn't happen. Maybe that's connected to this mourning card here. But there's just this strong message, like everything is happening for a reason here, to trust the process. Okay. So next, we're going to move on to March. January, February, March. Okay, so we've got spring, and oh my gosh, this card is so perfect. This is literally a card that has this little bird on it, and as you can see in the background, the snow is thawing. The winter, or the metaphoric winter, is fading, and this bird can get its footing, and it's looking ahead thinking like, okay, I'm ready to build my nest, so I need to get those tools, those materials, those supplies. I'm ready to give birth to something. Oh, and look, the flow card. Things are flowing now. It's like you're over that hump of February, and I feel like everyone's plans are starting to become realistic. I see opportunities coming through in March for a lot of people, perhaps in love, perhaps in career and finances. Some people are still kind of feeling a little bit of doubt. And so the real theme for March is just believing in yourself, realizing that you do have that power over your life, you know, bringing up your self-confidence, moving towards what you want. Those of you guys who started a health journey back in January, by March, you're feeling healthier. Like you're seeing a difference in your physical body, in your appearance, in your skin, in your hair, in your nails. You're feeling the difference inside. You're receiving more confidence, and that's really helping to boost your energy as you move forward. Now, I also see this trust card here in love, and so for some of you guys, this is just a message like to trust that you will be able to manifest this true love, this soulmate. Like we've still got so many more months here, a lot of love energy coming out, so we'll see what happens. Those of you guys who are in a union or a marriage or something like that, building trust with your partner, you know, working with this person towards the intentions you've set. It seems like a real hustle year, like getting stuff done. So now let's move on to April of 2020. The winds of change. Okay, so this change is finally anchoring in to everyone's lives. The change of the intentions that were set, the little steps that were taken, facing the doubts, the fears, the obstacles, moving past that, trusting. We're starting to see some signs that things are growing. New ideas are coming. You know, first you take action, then the money comes. First you take action, then the results will come. Then the people that are meant to help will come. So I see a lot of people meeting some type of helpful person or connecting with some type of helpful company around this time of year in April. But mainly, April seems to be a huge month for love. Okay, so we're gonna focus on that. Here's the soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate. So in a relationship, you're feeling very at one. There's this renewal, there's this awakening between you and your partner. For anyone who's single and mingling, you're meeting a soulmate this month in April. Many people are meeting soulmates, going on dates, having a beautiful connection with somebody, being swept off their feet. This could be the month that anybody who's been dating is being kind of made like official. Like I see that word of the DTR, like the relationship being defined for a lot of people who've just been casually dating. And I love this card. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, people you can trust. And so I do see, and here's the trust card. A lot of you guys realizing that like, yes, this person I've been dating, or this person I'm into, this person that I've been hanging out with, I can trust them, like they're not going anywhere, they're still pursuing me, like I'm falling in love with them. So April is this amazing month of love, and it feels kind of spicy, it feels kind of sexy, it feels like people are really like, you're just gonna see love everywhere you go. Love is in the air, and people who feel a little bit bitter towards love right now, or are feeling like there's no one for me, people who are typically single, even those people are meeting someone around this time. And so I think a lot of people who've been single for a long time, 2020 will be the year that you really do find love. It's very, very exciting. It's like this year of shift, new beginnings, expansion once again. I also see birth. I see a lot of people giving birth this month. In April, or like getting the news that they're pregnant or with child. I think that it's a really exciting month to celebrate for families. Okay, so now we're moving on to May of 2020. Ooh, okay, so let's go to love right away because we were just talking about that. So yes, new love, 100%. So many people are in love with somebody new. And if you've been in a relationship for a long time, this could be the renewal of love, or like somebody proposing or going to the next level, or something like that, or even, conceiving a child or something like that. But I actually see some of you guys who've had friends, once again, who've been single forever. You're going to notice those people are gushing about somebody new. You might even hear in the news celebrities, connecting with somebody new. There could be some shocking reveals about people who have new partners and who's dating who and stuff. The energy is going to be really fast. A lot of people are going to be falling in love this year. I think a lot of people will meet the one. Okay, so April and May, huge for love. People connecting with new love. Okay, but let's go ahead and move on to other areas of our life. Back to the intentions, the goals, the people who are starting new businesses, wanting to switch up their life, go on a more creative path, wanting to kind of start over, that new beginning energy. By the time May hits, some people are going to be feeling a little bit discouraged, feeling like they're just going around in circles and they can't get through this door. And this is kind of the Rome wasn't built in a day message. I think a lot of people got that high in January, moved past the obstacles in February, started implementing steps and bringing new people into the project and whatnot, around March. But then by the time May hits, I think a lot of people are realizing, wow, this is going to take a lot longer than I thought. It's growing so slowly. It's like when you plant a seed and you put all this work into it, you fertilize the soil, you water it, you put it out in the sun and everything, and like weeks later it's just this little sprout, and like you're so excited, yes, there's a sprout, something's happening, and it seems to be growing fast. And then there comes to be this point where it's like, where's the flower? Where's the fruit? Why is this taking forever? And is this gonna grow? It's almost like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So a lot of people are getting burnt out in May. A lot of people are getting burnt out. And, I see this a lot. I talk to a lot of people who are really bummed because they're exhausted. They're in a situation financially or with their career where they don't like their job, or it's a toxic workplace, or they're just not getting paid enough and they've been doing it for years, and they just feel like they don't have the energy to get out of the situation, and they have a great idea already and they put some work towards it, but they don't realize, it's probably going to take a couple years and you just got to keep on keeping on. So some people want that success overnight. Some people, and I don't blame anybody for that. I used to feel like that too, because you go on social media and everything looks like it's happening overnight. You see the highlights of people's lives. You see people who just come out of nowhere and blow up out of nowhere, like Lizzo. It's like, where did she come from? Like, wow, that's amazing. But you don't see all the years of struggle and all the hard work that took her to get to that point. You don't see, it feels like some people are just lucky and opportunities fall into people's laps, but that type of manifestation, that type of alignment, that type of work takes a long time. So some people are just starting to think about the worst case scenario, like I'm going to be stuck in this situation forever, and a lot of people are just worrying, and there's a lot of fear coming up this month, and it could have something to do with the full moon this month. This full moon, I don't know if it's on like Pisces or like something, but it just feels like really intense and overwhelming. A lot of tears coming. Doesn't this sound great, you guys? But this energy is a catalyst to bring everybody back to action. Remember, the theme this year is kind of like logic, not getting too away with the fairies, not getting too stuck in that realm of thought, getting back into the body and taking action, grounding this year. So this process is going to ground everybody again, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the next month. Okay, so now we've got June. January, February, March, April, May, June. Just want to make sure I'm in the right spot. So June. Yes, June looks so much better. After going through that hump of May, everybody is having a creative renewal in June. And see these roots in the ground? Grounding, okay? A lot of people are trusting more in the unseen forces. And I kind of see this mass awakening, like this kind of indigo awakening. I think a lot more people are going to become more open-minded or more spiritual this year. You might have friends and people that are usually just very kind of logical, earth-based, that might kind of be more open to spirituality, or might kind of be finding their own spiritual path, or might be more creative. You could be surprised by the people around you that are kind of opening up or changing their minds or trying something new. I think this year is going to bring out the best in everybody. It's going to bring out the truth in everybody, and there's going to be so much love, so much acceptance. It's going to be so exciting. And so this is a month of creativity, and people are getting connected again with their creative roots. Okay, and then here's the trust card once again. There has been some type of sign that has come. I think people will see a lot of signs this month. I kind of get this message like the veil is thin this month or something. There's a lot of connection coming from the other side, like you might be seeing animal totems or angel numbers, or more aware of like signs and synchronicities around you. It feels like a lot of synchronicity this month, and just really fun energy, okay? Next, though, I am seeing financially could be a little difficult this month. This says protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for challenges that lie ahead, conservation. Once again, we're talking about this energy of a recession or something. There could be some people that are having difficulties because of this, or it's finally hit. People are going to feel like they need to save, okay? Any spending that's happening, it's not going to be as luxurious around this time of year. There might be people who decide, instead of going on vacation, to have a staycation, or picking an alternative destination that's not as intense or opulent. I do see that word staycation, a lot of people doing that, taking day trips, going camping, maybe just being even closer with the earth. It kind of ends up working out. I wouldn't be afraid of this. Just know if your finances aren't popping around this time of year, you're not alone. And there is this need to conserve. It's like, I see the need to save this summer and like get ready for something that's going to happen in the fall. There could be some type of big opportunity that you want to have these extra finances for. Some people might get a side hustle this summer, or decide to just work the whole summer. This is a summer of work. A lot of people are going to be working this summer, not as much slacking off and going to Positano all, for 2 months. And, I don't see a lot of that. I see people really working. And you might see a lot of fear too. A lot of people worrying. You might see people, a lot of sales everywhere, discounts, everyone trying to sell you something. It's almost going to feel like it's Christmas again. You know how everything's always on sale, and the Black Friday and all that. It's going to feel like that in June, because a lot of companies, a lot of people are starting to freak out, needing to make their sales quota. Don't buy into all the fear that's around you. You're going to be okay. Just be smart. Take this information and conserve. You don't need to hoard. You don't need to be afraid, but just conserve. Okay, that's a message I'm getting. Now, next we're seeing in love, this playfulness card. It's reversed, but sometimes when you get a reversal, it's actually like a message of intensity. And so there's a really playful, fun energy. I think a lot of people, despite the intense energies, are finding like a refuge in love this time of year. Those of you guys who met soulmates, I see those connections getting stronger, and a lot of dating, a lot of fun, a lot of flirting. Some people might connect with the summer fling. There's just a lot of fun going on. It says recapturing romance, a youthful spirit of fun. And so there is that energy of fun and excitement, which kind of contrasts those heavier energies, which is beautiful. Okay, so I'm really interested to see how this is going to develop. Let's go ahead and look at July, okay? What's going down in July? Okay, so love is standing out hardcore. A lot of people, maybe those of you guys who met soulmates a couple months back, are saying, I love you, for the first time. That's the first thing. As soon as I reached out these cards, I heard that in my ear, I love you. And so people are saying, I love you. They're expressing their true love to you. You could receive some type of gift this month from your lover, like a piece of jewelry or something meaningful, or an unexpected date or something like that. So I see a lot of people expressing love. This could be an anniversary for some of you guys. I see something about an anniversary, a celebration, wedding, this month for a lot of people, and just celebrating love. I do think 2020, a lot of people are gonna get married. Like anybody who wanted to get married in 2019, I think a lot of those people were like, you know what, let's wait for 2020 because that sounds more badass. So maybe you'll just be attending a lot of weddings or a lot of ceremonies this month. A lot of celebration seems to be going on. There's a lot of focus around family. Some of you guys might be going back to visit your family or connecting deeper with your family or repairing relationships in the family this month. It's a month of love. I also see a lot of friendships. I see people connecting with new friends. I see people, anyone who happens to be single, I kind of see like, I just got this image of like girls' night out or something like that, where people are going to, and if you're a they or you're a guy, it's like kind of the same thing. It's just getting together with a group of friends and going on some type of trip or some type of adventure, having more opportunities to hang out with friends and people that inspire you, creative collaborations. And so it just seems like a really exciting time, July. And then we see the balance card and the earth card. So earth, more people are connecting with the earth. This might be, you might take a lot of beach trips this month, or going to the lake or the river, or the ocean or the mountains. I see a lot of people deciding to take their vacations in nature this year, and it might be because a lot of people are being called to balance. It could be because of the finances thing we were talking about earlier, but I see balance coming. Also, when it comes to the hustle of January and the new businesses and the new foundations, the new things that are starting, the career goals, I think that this is a month where people are still going to be moving forward, but kind of vacationing and just kind of backing off, relaxing a little bit. I don't see a lot of movement happening there, but it's still going on behind the scenes. There's this message of kind of just like trust that everything is moving forward, and like you sometimes need to balance and get grounded and kind of take a break, meet your needs, self-care, whatnot. The money thing is still a problem for a lot of people, okay? I think a lot of people are just worried it's not gonna get better, or the recession stuff is going on and it's freaking people out. Stock market could be acting crazy. But I do see something about people actually coming up with good ideas this time of year on how to improve finances. And I see the energy getting stronger for a lot of people, but around, the summer just seems to be kind of like meh for finances, but I wouldn't worry about it. Let's just kind of get this message like it's just temporary. It's an energy shift. Okay, so August. You guys, we're still going through this every month. Wow. Okay, so the first thing that's really coming up to me is rejuvenation, and I'm getting this message about self-care, which I kind of touched on that energy in July. This is the month where it's going to be really good to invest in self-care. So get that facial, exfoliate your body, get your hair cut, nails done, getting rid of items, once again, cleaning out your home, treating yourself, maybe getting the eyelashes done, or whatever it is, those little things you like to do to feel confident, to feel better, to kind of just peacock a little bit. I see that energy of kind of peacocking and being real cute this month, or being real confident, or maybe some of you guys are flexing because you've got some gains at the gym. I kind of see this rejuvenation energy. August could be a month that finally a lot of people are taking vacations. Maybe you normally take your vacation in June, but because of the financial thing, this need to save. Maybe some of you guys weren't struggling financially, but you had a big dream to go to a specific place. Remember, this said protect the fruits of your labors in June. conserve. Maybe some of you guys were conserving specifically because you had some type of dream vacation, or this is going to be the year that you said you're going to go to Bali, or you're going to go to Hawaii, or whatever it is. And I think that some of you guys are actually doing that this month, and you are getting that vacation and you are getting that rest. Some of you guys might be invited on a trip, like have a friend who's like, hey, we're going to go to this cabin and we're going to hang out, like, you know, pitch in and let's all go. And you're just like, yeah, you know what? I've been conserving, I've been saving. I can make that happen. I think that there's some of you guys, I want to touch on finances because that's just such a huge thing this year. I think some of you guys who are very well off, because I know there are some of you guys here who are more wealthy and are very well off. I think that there is an opportunity coming that you're being made aware of this month for some type of investment. Because a lot of things are rearranging. Like this could be a good time for some people as the market crashes in some areas to invest in real estate, to go around and to buy up and purchase companies that, you know, are up for sale now. This could be a good time for investment for those people who've played their cards right or are in that game. So I do kind of see something about real estate for some people, like that something's purchased around this time of year, or there's a move for a lot of people in August. And that could be what the rejuvenation is people are moving in August. And I know I mentioned I saw that energy of a lot of people moving. If it's going to be any time, it's going to be this month. Before September, a lot of people are moving. So next I'm seeing challenge. Okay, challenge in love. There's going to be some breakups in August. Okay, now this could just be like that end of summer breakup, you know, that typical we're going in different directions kind of thing. Some people might use that as an opportunity to just leave a relationship that no longer serves them. So some people will be breaking up, and that's a challenge, you know. And there's this message like in August, if you're not feeling it, it's like you need to make up your mind, decide what you want. I think a lot of people are really craving freedom this month. So, you know, for some people, being alone, being that hermit might be more appealing, okay? Take that message or leave it. That part of the reading might not be for everyone. Okay. Wow, you guys, we've almost come full circle. Who's still here with me? September. Woohoo! Yep, that makes sense. You know, we've got that 1111 gateway coming in and all that good stuff. Twin flame. A lot of people are having twin flame union this year in September. And it's weird because I usually see that at the end of July and August every year. But something has shifted this year, bringing this energy more into the fall. A lot of twin flame union. And I feel like for some people, this is coming out of the blue. It's shocking. It's a strong, intense energy of union. And I think it's because this year, a lot of people have just been slaying their goals, working on their dreams. And I always tell people, if you want to connect in love, if you want to meet love, if you want to connect with your twin flame, focus on your own dreams and your own goals. That's why you get that advice a lot in love, like focus on yourself. It's true, because when you are moving in alignment with your truth, that puts you in alignment with the people, the places, the situations that are meant for you. So people are connecting really hardcore with like the one, okay? Because funny enough, a lot of people have sworn off love. A lot of people, maybe after a breakup or whatever happened in 2019, are just like, you know what? I respect myself. I'm not going to play with these players anymore. I'm going to love myself and I'm going to just do me. And so unexpectedly, twin flame comes in the middle of this. And that's usually what happens, you know? Usually when you finally get started on that big dream, that big project, and you start working on those goals, you forget about this. And that's a step in the manifestation process. Sometimes you have to forget what you've even asked for and not focus on it so much and just like move forward for that thing to come in your life, for you to create energetic space for it to come in. So next we've got this transition card. There's this feeling of not being here nor there. All the work that's been done in the first part of the year throughout 2020 has shifted people's energy, but it's like they're not there yet. And I don't know, I want to bring this back to career again. I think some people have decided, I want to leave this job but they haven't gotten the new job yet. So they're just kind of waiting to hear back from places they've applied to. Or people have gone back to school, but it's only year 2. Or like they know they have more work to do, so they're not there yet. It's also kind of this energy of people who've started new businesses, but just aren't able to quit the day job yet, or whatever, or, you know, the increase in abundance hasn't come yet. But this moon here is a symbol. It's coming, it's on its way. You're almost there. You're about to pull into the dock and get your feet on ground again. It's like this beautiful energy of something rushing in. And so people are moving forward cautiously at this time. A lot of attention to detail. Okay, all the little details, all the tiny little things, all the forms, all the papers and paperwork and everything that needs to be filled out. All that good stuff is happening in September. Okay, and look, it's so perfect because this is autumn, September. This energy lines up perfectly. Okay, October, you guys. Are you ready for October? Wow. Partnerships. You know, oftentimes when you set some type of goal or start a business or you have some type of dream or something you're trying to manifest, the answer can oftentimes come through a person or through a group of people. So I see a person or a group of people coming in to a lot of you guys' lives this month. Somebody who's going to help you with your creativity. This could be somebody that you hire, like a vocal coach or something. This could be somebody that wants to invest in what you're doing, whether it's through their energy, their time, or even financially. This could be somebody who wants to partner up with you. And there's a lot of progress being made. I feel like in October, more progress is being made than happened over the whole summer. So October is like this quantum leap. And I remember earlier I saw this energy of a quantum leap, some type of big leap, like 3 years worth of work being accomplished in just 1 year. And I feel like a lot of that is happening in October. Here's this responsibility card. Everybody is out of that vacation mode and is slaying this month. Slaying. That's what I see. I think some people are going to receive finally that financial abundance they're looking for this month. You know, things were kind of tight. We got that energy of financial tightness a lot this year. In October, all of that is turning around for a lot of people. Gains are coming in, harvest, and you know, it's harvest month. I didn't even think about that. October literally is harvest month. So everyone's very synced up, very in tuned with the will of the year. And then there's this laughter card. I think a lot of people are just feeling the irony because people are just laughing and looking back on how worried they were months before and realizing they had nothing to worry about and that everything is going exactly as planned. Okay? And then calling in your soulmate. Maybe this partner is your soulmate. Maybe you started a business with your significant other. Maybe this person that's helping you, boosting your energy, growing you is somebody in love, okay? Do you guys notice how almost every month it's like love is coming in, new love. I feel like this year, I feel like Oprah. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. I'm like, you get a soulmate, and you get a soulmate, and you get a soulmate. Everyone's getting a soulmate this year. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. This is a year for love. And I was not expecting that. Last year, I just saw love around like February and then July, August. This year, almost every month, love is popping. This could mean for some of you guys, there's going to be people in and out of your life. This could be a year of a lot of dating, but I see for most people, you're finding somebody. Everyone's getting a soulmate this year. Even the people you think would never get a soulmate. Even if you are one of those people that feels like, I'm never going to find love, you're going to find it this year. Wow, guys, we're almost done with this crazy adventure. We've got November. Home. A lot of you guys who have moved are finally settled into a new home and are absolutely loving it. This could be the month that the deal closes if you've tried to sell your home. And unfortunately, I do see a lot of people selling their home this year because of the crisis and everything. There's going to be a mass selling of homes, but there's also going to be a lot of people snatching up homes. So you might be someone who's snatching up properties, or you get a new home at a great price, or you might be a person who's unfortunately selling your home. But if that's you, we do see a little bit of sadness here. If that's you and you have to sell your home, you're moving somewhere better. I see a lot of you guys moving into a smaller place, but it's in nature, and you're downsizing and you're going to a more minimalist life. And because of that, like, there's more room for you to live your dreams, and just like a beautiful place. You could be moving to another state. Some people could be moving to another country. And this change is so beautiful and so amazing. And you're going to be so happy, and you're going to realize, wow, like, all that excess of the life I lived before was so not worth it, and I'm so much happier now, and this was a blessing in disguise. So some of you guys might feel like you're losing everything, but really, I love that quote from Fight Club. Sometimes you have to lose everything in order to be able to gain something, you know, in order to be able to move forward, to start over, to, you know, be able to receive something beautiful. So manifestation. This is the month, November, that a lot of manifestations are coming through. Those intentions that you set in January, you're looking at your list or your vision board and you're like, wow, I have manifested literally every single thing I asked for this year. And I think a lot of you guys asked for something big in January. It was something specific, you know, and this whole year, it's like, oh, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? And you've been working towards it. And, you know, once again, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. November hits and you've got it. It's here. And now you're just like, you have the faith and you're just like, wow, like, I'm so happy that this came through. I trust in myself and in this process so much more. You have hope, you know, after everything you've been through this year, you have so much hope. And it's just this feeling of content and feeling of peace. You know, and now you've learned a lot about having patience. You're not worrying as much. This energy is gone, obliterated, you know, and you're just kind of resting now and getting ready to go into that holiday mode again. And you've invested your time and your money and everything wisely this year, and you're feeling like you've owned this year. You're feeling like, wow, that was quite a ride, but I've owned it, you know. There's this worth waiting for message in love. It could be like some of you guys are wanting a bigger commitment from your partner, or are wanting to know where you and somebody stand, but there's this message of just kind of wait, let that person make the first move, or let them pursue you. The energy in love doesn't seem like really strong or overwhelming in November. It's like more about you and your manifestations. November's making me really excited, to be honest. I'm like, yes, November. It's a whole year from right now at the point that I'm doing this reading, but I can't wait. Okay, you guys, here we are. If you have made it to December, you are the real MVP. Okay? Comment below if you watched this whole reading, because I'd love to know who watched the whole thing, and that really makes me happy. Okay, so December. Woohoo! Gratitude. You're leaving this year feeling so thankful, feeling so taken care of. This is going to be a real spiritual journey. This year is going to require a lot of trust. And here's the flow card. It keeps getting thrown at me. And a lot of flow. But you're ending this year in a completely different place than you were when you started it. I think 2019, you know, is kind of like a year, like I said, of just, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people really felt like they were in a whole different place at the end of 2019. Probably emotionally and spiritually, but not physically. I'm seeing physically people are in a different place. Like, you're looking around, you're in a completely different environment. You have moved, or your scenery has changed, or like the people surrounding you are different, or there's a new love in your life, or there's, you know, a new child in your life, or there's, you know, you've moved somewhere, there's a new place, you're working in a new office, or whatever it is. Like, you're looking around, everything is different. Your financial situation has changed in the best way. Like, everything is different. It's that quantum leap. You've moved from, so much has happened in 2020. So you're feeling so grateful. And now you feel like very knowledgeable, very experienced, you know, and people are coming to you for advice. People are seeing the changes you made and are like, wow, like, you know, I want a piece of that pie. Like they want advice from you. You feel like you've come out on top. I think a lot of people could be graduating around this time, because I know some people do graduate around December. I know mainly in May, June, but I think there's some people who are completing programs or who are just about to graduate and are receiving diplomas or going out into the work world around this time. And so it's very exciting. It's a feeling of graduation. Maybe that's why I'm just getting that diploma message. It's almost like you've completed 2020, like now the real work begins. So you've planted the seeds and you're getting the fruits of your labor, and it's just so exciting. Also, the Heron. You have learned patience. You're getting more of an understanding of the unique cycle and timing of your life. If you listen and you really watch and you pay attention closely, your life has a cycle and it has a bit of a pattern. There's always going to be unpredictable elements to life and to your life, but there's certain patterns you can recognize, and it's like you're in sync with that, and you kind of are using that information to move forward, and it makes you very powerful because you're very in tune with yourself. Also, you know and have learned when it's time to really pop and take action and when it's time to pull back. Like, this was a year of action. In December, you're pulling back and you're just kind of observing and you're kind of just like waiting. There's a big opportunity coming, I think, in 2021, but that's a whole other reading. Codependency, you know, it's the holidays. For some people, and I know not everybody celebrates the holidays. I personally don't, but I think a lot of people do, and a lot of people are surrounded by their family, and it's not always the best. Some people are having an excellent time with the family and are really bonding and happy and just treasuring those moments. But I think a lot of people are experiencing codependency with the family, and it's kind of annoying to see this card in December because I was kind of hoping like, yes, 2020 ends with a bang, everything's great. But I will say some people might start to go through that shedding process early. You know, remember in February, we saw letting go of people, places, situations that don't serve you, this mourning card. It feels like that kind of a little bit again in December. And I think that happens around this time of year where you're getting ready to recommit to new plans. It's full circle. Commit to new goals. Time to clean house again. So it's that full circle energy. But I really do feel like this ending the year with gratitude for everyone. So wow. Now I'm just going to recap real quickly here, because I know this is going on forever. What are my personal thoughts about 2020? Just based off what I've seen. Take it or leave it. These are just my personal thoughts. I feel like January will be one of the best months of the year. Okay, I think that surprisingly enough, January is going to be so fun, so exciting, so surprising. I think it's going to be shocking. There's a lot of tea going on in January, especially with whoever this is coming back in people's lives. I also see everyone is getting a great idea around that time. The most important thing I think everybody needs to do is really pay attention to your inspiration. That's key. Another month that stood out to me, May. I think May is going to be rough. It's going to be so mixed feelings because, you know, you're feeling stuck. If you can just get past that hump and just take the steps you need to take, you're going to be fine. This seems like one of the most difficult months of the year, but then some people are also receiving new love around this time. So I feel like the universe doesn't kick you twice. Like sometimes you're down in one area of your life, but there's a miracle in another area to kind of show you, like, keep the faith. There's still something worth living for, you know? Saving money and really like prioritizing your resources is going to be very important this year. Like, you can't just kind of willy-nilly with the money. You can't just kind of like budget in your head. You need to have a budget. You need to have a plan. Even if you're extremely wealthy, have a plan. Set aside some savings now if you can. Don't go too crazy this holiday season because you're going to need that later on. I don't want to spread any fear. I see huge increases, you know, big manifestations this year. New businesses turning profits. There's still a lot of room for growth, but that was a huge theme that I did not see last year. Love. I have to say again, everybody's getting a soulmate. There's going to be a lot of changes in love, okay? I see a lot of energy coming in. I see a lot of energy coming in love. And I see marriages, and I see proposals, I see people moving in together, I see children, I see happiness, you know, whatever way you decide to do it. Every relationship's different, everyone makes different choices. There's expansion, there's growth, okay? The last thing I'm seeing is, once again, a lot of people moving this year unexpectedly. So be ready, okay? Some people are just, when I say move, it could be just metaphoric, moving forward to a new place or that career change. But I think a lot of people are moving. Or you're going to be snatching up real estate. You're going to be investing in something you never thought. That might be why you want to conserve, because there's going to be a really great financial investment or opportunity coming. So overall, the theme, I'm absolutely loving it. You know, finding your truth. The truth will be revealed. Not hiding. Being your true self. Taking off the mask. Beautiful themes for 2020. And would you look at it, you guys? The sun has gone down. That's how long I've been doing this reading. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. There's going to be plenty more 2020 content, so stay tuned. I'll see you later. Peace out.